Permit me to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation for your unwavering support to the power sector. Your renewed hope agenda has not only rekindled national confidence, but it has also catalyzed a wave of reforms that are breathing life into long-standing structural issues within our electricity value chain. This project, 180 megawatts of reliable generation capacity, is a product of that bold reform agenda made possible because of your leadership and commitment to universal energy access for all Nigerians. Your Excellency, under your visionary leadership as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Nigerian power sector has recorded some of its transformative gains in decades. Permit me to briefly highlight a few of the strategic achievements your administration has made possible. Number one, on sector reforms. Through the Electricity Act of 2023, which Your Excellency signed into law to ensure active participation of the state governments in the development of the power sector, we have successfully transferred regulatory oversight to a total of 11 states. This is a major milestone in decentralizing power for development and improved energy access at the subnational level, which has been made possible by your forward-thinking leadership. This was followed swiftly by the institution of a comprehensive national integrated electricity policy for the sector, which is now accompanied by a strategic implementation plan. Two gains of signing this bill into law: decentralization and liberalization. We all know about ECN, we know about NEPA, we know about PHCN. They were all federal agencies. Power was centralized at the top. But to provide effective power for over 200 million Nigerians, I believe the center alone cannot do it. It must go down to the various states. It must go down to the various local governments for us to have reliable electricity. And this is what we are witnessing today. The number two, it has paved way for the private sector to support government in this reform, to bring in investment, to play in all the segments of the power sector value chain, be it generation, transmission, and distribution. Today, we have boosted our installed capacity of energy generation by additional 180 megawatts of power. I think we need to give a round of applause to Sarai Energy and to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who has created a friendly environment, a conducive environment to make this work. Then secondly, on improving market liquidity, in the first quarter of last year, through Your Excellency's support, we took a bold tariff reform to move a segment of the electricity consumer to cost-reflective tariff. Because of this singular decision, the market generated 1.7 trillion in revenue in 2024, a 70% increase over 2023, which was only 1 trillion naira. And this ensured a 1.1 trillion reduction in tariff shortfalls. This is also demonstrating that reform works. Thirdly, on power generation, on the 2nd of March 2025, we achieved an all-time high energy generation of 5,801 megawatts, followed by a record daily energy output of 128,370 megawatt hour on the same day. This is the highest ever energy consumed in a day by Nigerians, and it happened during President Tinubu's time. These were driven by increased generation capacity with the commissioning of the 700 megawatts Zungeru hydropower plants and increased investment on the national grid. Number four is that in transmission and grid stability, despite consistent challenges of vandalism we are facing in this sector, we have recorded 0 grid collapses in 2025 so far. Between January and June, there has not been any grid collapse. We pray that this continues. This owes much to commissioning of over 70 power transformers across the country by the Transmission Company of Nigeria and the success of the Presidential Power Initiative, which was made possible by the signing of an agreement to accelerate the implementation of the Presidential Power Initiative on the side of COP28 Climate Summit in Dubai, which was overseen personally by Your Excellency, Mr. President. In addition to the investment on the transmission, through Your Excellency's approval, we have unbundled the Transmission Company of Nigeria, birthing the National Independent System Operator, NISO, a feat past governments attempted but could not deliver. This structural change will clearly bring clarity, professionalism, independence, and efficiency to grid and market operations. Number 5 is that on distribution and metering, through the Presidential Metering Initiative, instituted under your administration and backed by a 700 billion naira in FAC allocations through Your Excellency support, we project the deployment of 1.1 million meters by the end of 2025 and 2 million meters annually for the next 5 years. This is a total of 10 million meters, and I believe that the meter gap, which is the bane of our liquidity crisis and collection crisis in this sector, will be a thing of the past. In addition to this, the World Bank Distribution Sector Recovery Program, this trade will also deliver over 3.2 million meters by 2026, with the first batches of these meters of 275 meters that we have already received in April and May. This program, when fully implemented, will address the liquidity crisis plaguing the sector, while simultaneously resolving the estimated billing crisis in the sector. And lastly, on our renewable energy space and energy access drive, under the Energizing Education Program, 100 megawatts of solar power is being deployed across 37 federal universities and 7 teaching hospitals. This is in line with Your Excellency's Renewed Hope agenda, which underscores our commitment to improving electrification across key institutions in Nigeria. I've gone to University of Abuja, I've seen it, 3.5 megawatts in there. I've been to University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, 13 megawatts in there. I've been to Calabar, 7 megawatts. University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, 5 megawatts. The Nigerian Defense Academy, I just commissioned a 3.5 megawatts. We are lighting up these social institutions. I believe Nigeria is changing for the better. Your Excellency, all these milestones are a reflection of your deep commitment to reform, to resilience, and to results. While we celebrate progress, we must also confront the urgent challenge of sector liquidity. Today, GENCOs are owed over 4 trillion naira. This threatens operations and future investments in this sector. Your Excellency, with your leadership, we have taken deliberate steps toward resolving some of these legacy issues. The ministry is working closely with relevant MDAs, development partners, and financial institutions to structure interventions that will gradually defray some of these liabilities. This challenge is enormous and requires urgent and sustained attention and action. Without immediate attention, we risk a collapse of the sector, threatening the gains we have made thus far. That is why today, I respectfully appeal to your continued support to prioritize a sustainable mechanism for clearing GENCO's debt and to back the establishment of a credible, bankable financial framework that ensures the entire electricity market can operate viably and transparently. Mr. President, your renewed hope agenda has created the enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. Sahara Energy's 180 megawatts investment here in Afam is a proof of that, and I would like to commend Sahara Energy for its dedication to the Nigerian energy. Let this project inspire others and reinforce our shared resolve to power every home, every business, and every hope in this great nation. We say Nigeria first. We must substitute importation. We must promote exports. We must produce what we use. We must use what we produce. And we must conserve our hard-earned foreign currency. To do that, we need sustainable, reliable, functional electricity for households, small businesses, institutions, and